Jayson Tatum on the floor. Porzingis with the step back three, and yet they got a $20 million center in Luke Cornet. Jaylen Brown, full court sprint, fast breakdown, crowds lit. Derrick White with the lockdown D. Every game feels like history. Highlights, reaction all season long. Your Celtics source with the intro song. Big takes, play-by-play and analysis. Sit back and relax, you don't want to miss.
Another collapse in the late stages of the fourth quarter. The Celtics blow a 14-point lead. Jayson Tatum was unbelievable in this game, but the Celtics are down 3-1, and Jayson Tatum might have torn his Achilles. What's up, everyone, and welcome in to your Celtics source, home of your 1-3 Boston Celtics on the verge of a second-round loss to the New York Knicks. And, we'll start from the beginning in this game. It was another great start for the Celtics. Derrick White comes out red hot, 4-4 from behind the arc in that first quarter. But the Knicks, they keep it close. The Celtics were really hot throughout the first quarter, right? Pritchard, White, Tatum, 15 points in the first quarter, and we'll talk about his game throughout the video because he was just unbelievable scoring wise in this game. Not a lot of Hacker Robinson from the Celtics in first half. They didn't pick up that many fouls, so you can't really just give away free fouls like that to Robinson when you're not in the bonus because it doesn't actually help you because by the time you get into the bonus, like they just pull Robinson off the court. Porzingis, he provided a little bit of help on the offensive glass in the first half. But that second half, that third quarter, Jalen Brunson was just incredible. Just every little shot went his way. He was getting foul calls. He was getting his three to fall. He was absolutely dicing up Drew Holiday. And when he got a guy like Kristaps Porziņģis on him, I mean, that was just 3 points for him. The Celtics were unable to get anything. The Knicks sort of clawed back. Jayson Tatum and Brunson were really going toe-to-toe in this game for that third quarter. Just like, basically, Jayson Tatum would score a big shot, and Brunson would come right back on the other end. Jayson Tatum would score 2, and it felt like Brunson would score 3 and cut the lead to by 1. And every time it felt like that. I think the Knicks end up outscoring the Celtics in that third quarter, I believe. Yep, so they outscored them 37-23. And a lot of that, was also Mikal Bridges. When Jalen Brunson was off the court, Mikal Bridges was just unbelievable at getting to his mid-range shot, knocking down these contested mid-range fadeaways, falling back almost with a guy like Porzingis on him. I'll talk a little bit about Jayson Tatum here. Jayson Tatum, right? We've seen the hate that he was getting in those first 2 games. He was better in game 3. In this game, not a single thing that he did in this game was bad. I mean, shooting-wise, right? 7 of 16 from 3. What is that now? 7 of 16. So that's almost 44% from 3. 16 of 28, it's not great. But, it is high efficiency. It is over 50%. 42 points, 4 steals, 4 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, only 4 turnovers. And yet, down the stretch, it's the clutch man of the year, Jalen Brunson, who takes over the game. And it goes from, a 3-point lead for the Celtics to almost a 10, 13-point lead for the Knicks in a matter of 2 minutes, and this game was out of reach. And, it didn't help that Jayson Tatum did go down with what looked like an unfortunate Achilles injury. You know, the Celtics, right? They're not out of this series, right? You do have to win 4 games. Yes, it's really slim that they're going to get out of this second round, but they still have 3 more games, right? They got 2 games at home to try and win, but without Jayson Tatum, there's not a chance that you're going to. You know, Jaylen Brown loses the ball on this play. Jayson Tatum tries to run after the ball, and he just stops. OG Anunoby gets an easy steal up the court, but Jayson Tatum had to be carted off. You could see him; he was crying, rightfully so, because he knows, as we all do, that that could possibly be his last game that he played this season. And Jayson Tatum, he's been so durable, but the wrist injury, and then the Achilles, and obviously he tore his ankle when he rolled it back in 2023. Just seems in the worst possible moments he picks up these rough and unfortunate injuries. As for this game, you know, you get pretty even scoring, right? You get obviously the 42 from Jayson Tatum, you get 23 from Derrick White, 20 from Jaylen Brown, you get 12 points for Pritchard. Um, Again, nothing from Kristaps Porziņģis. 0 of 2 from 3, 2 of 6 overall. He just has to force his way sometimes and get these shots so he can get into a rhythm because, you know, they don't have anything off the bench besides what Pritchard is giving you, and he's giving you a lot. But still, you need a big to come off the bench and score. Robinson, again, was just an absolute bully on the glass for the Celtics. Right? Robinson ended up with 8 rebounds, 5 of them offensive, just giving the Knicks second chances, right? Obviously, he's not great at the free throw line. In fact, he's 32% or lower in these playoffs, which is why the Hacker Robinson strategy has worked for the most part. But he's also the team leader in net rating because when the Knicks are not in the bonus, the Celtics can't foul him, and if they do foul, they just pick up free fouls, and then when they get into the bonus, the Knicks just sub them off, right? Tom Thibodeau just subs them off, puts in OG Anunoby or Cat again, and now they're at the line for every foul from there on out. So you know, just really smart playing by the Knicks, but also just incredible physicality from Robinson to just out rebound Kristaps Porziņģis. Right, Kristaps Porziņģis, he came in as the X factor for this team. That's what people thought 2 years ago when they signed him over the summer. But I would consider trading him this offseason, money wise, but also just he just hasn't been healthy. He hasn't been able to provide anything for this team. Jayson Tatum did his job. Jaylen Brown did his job as well. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 4 turnovers, but still, like,
It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured.